Yeah, well, yeah, we kind of need to get in touch with Haru pretty quickly because she has some important information for us. Guess we just have to wait. However, we are allowed to do normal LeBlanc activities tonight. We can't leave, but we can do anything else that we want to.
Yeah.
No ranking up Sojiro though. So we could make coffee or curry, but tonight, okay, this is gonna be a bit of mood whiplash.
Oh yeah.
But what I want to do with some of these free nights we'll be getting from now on is completing the retro games. You only need to do this for a Thieves' Den award, but it's something that I personally like to do in my Max Confidant playthroughs just for completion purposes. You could also rent a DVD for this too. Now, oh yeah, let's go for the easiest one, Star Fornius first.
Okay.
There's a reason I'm choosing an easy one first. No, that sounds like warning boss approaching music.
Hey, wait!
And there we go, button mash succeeded. This one's just button mashing.
Nice!
All of them have some kind of action command, and you need to complete it in order to clear the level. You clear A area. Oh, and hey, Joe got the no miss bonus and the perfect bonus too. Next, you go to B area. So the main thing that these are for is social stats, which I don't need anymore, but if you complete a game, you also get another reward. But as I said, I'm mostly doing this for the Thieves' Den, and just to have them all completed. Featherman Seeker is easily my favorite of the retro games, but we'll get to that eventually. Ah yes, the famous weeping black blood sickness. Very, very common. It's something that totally happens every day, especially in the middle of press conferences. God-tier assassins, huh? Well, I mean, the Phantom Thieves aren't Jafar or anything. Okay, reaching out to just us, though. Yeah, I like to show concern here.
It looks like Haru is managing. Somehow. Alright. Let's meet up with everyone after school.
She must have it really rough right now, because not only did she watch her father die, but also she's getting interrogated as well. And she has to deceive the interrogators about her connection to the Phantom Thieves. Yeah, there's like one person who's like, oh yeah, forget the whole gruesome death, let's talk about the honor student.
With this, preparations are finally in place. The public has praised them as allies of justice before they strike them back to the ground.
Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall, as they say.
Now then, she'll be next. Yes, I've already spoken to Human Resources about it. It will be a heavy responsibility, but I'm certain it'd be an honor for her. The culprits behind the mental shutdown cases she's been pursuing all this time. Indeed, they'll become the criminals we've set them up to be, just as you instructed.
We must build a society in which the young can be hopeful of a brighter tomorrow, and
It's so damn loud.
Where's Haru?
She's the one that called us, so she'll show up eventually.
Well, even though things have calmed down, she must be occupied with what happened to her father. Wait, what?
What's up?
People are posting that we killed President Okumura.
Yeah, we could already tell that based on the fan site.
So it's begun already.
What?
Think about it. The CEO collapsed the way he did during an apology conference that our group caused.
Still! You were raving about us so much, and now they just treat us like murderers?
And are raving about that.
What a lightning-fast change of attitude.
They don't know a damn thing about our situation.
Calm down. Not everyone is necessarily saying that.
But, I mean, our approval rating's dropping by like 20% a day, so...
But there's no way to vindicate ourselves.
Haru! I'm sorry I'm late. I'm the one who asked you all to make time for me, too. My condolences. Must be rough. I'm okay now. I called everyone together because there was something worrying me. Did you all target the principal?
Huh? The principal? You mean ours?
Yeah, this line kind of makes a lot of sense in Japanese when the principal didn't have a name.
Yes. What makes you say that? Yesterday, a public prosecutor came to my home. It was a woman named Nijima-san.
That's...
I overheard her saying a calling card was found in the principal's office. Considering that this was right after what happened, it's got to be Shujin's.
It's the first I've heard of it.
Doesn't this all seem weird to you? It may just be my imagination, but I feel as if things are escalating far too quickly after President Okumura's incident.
What do you mean?
Perhaps we may have been set up by the real culprit.
For real?
That could be.
Then we need to catch them as soon as possible.
Hold a moment. Can we assume we've been set up, though? We don't even know their objective.
What else are we supposed to do then?
Let's all calm down for a moment. From what Haru said, even the police are suspecting that the Phantom Thieves are murderers. It wouldn't be wise to carelessly make a move at the moment. We need to act as normal students for now.
Yeah, because now, getting caught and arrested for being Phantom Thieves is way worse than it would have been before.
In addition, we have midterms next week.
Really? You're still concerned about that now?
Exams? At a time like this? I envy you, Futaba. Futaba?
Got something on my mind. Gonna go home and look into it.
I wonder what that could be.
I like it when Futaba does that, when she's like, oh, I noticed something, I'm gonna handle it.
At any rate, we need to behave and not draw attention to ourselves. Understood?
And that means we actually get back into regular Confidant time a lot faster than normal for a series of plot events this dire. So, that's good to know for some people. Evil has perished. Yeah, so this is a point where I feel like some players might be cheering at Okumura dying, and yeah, obviously he was a horrible person, but I feel like just like the principal, this is a situation where it's like, yeah, sure, he was bad, but he didn't deserve to die like that, and also it's pretty obvious that he was killed by people he was working with because they wanted to silence him and frame the Phantom Thieves for it. So all of this is just generally... everything is just going way downhill fast. Yeah, you don't know exactly how the Phantom Thieves operate, so you're not really... I mean, admittedly, the public doesn't really know either, but, yeah. There is no way that the Phantom Thieves would do that. By the way, your website's become a dumpster fire in a few days, so you might want to get on that.
Mishima is a bit narrow-sighted, but he's a good person deep down. We can't betray him.
This actually hits harder if you do this after the rank of his confidant where you meet his shadow.
Hey.
Oh yeah, speaking of things that are like at a time like this, hi there, stuff from Shady Commodities. Oh, doing fast forward doesn't actually speed through that, you just have to mash the X button. Okay, I can check Shady Commodities. You've opened the door to possibilities that normal people could only dream of. Now you can find all the rare items you could possibly want. It's the same dialogue, but this time, retail smile mask. Evil smile, okay then. But yeah, this is the thing that I wanted to show off. Salvation Crown, 990,000 yen. So, I got this crown off of a cultist, at the time I single-handedly defeated Nyx and saved the world, but you can read all about in my memoirs. That's my headcanon of how Tanaka got that, but yeah. Salvation's a pretty good skill, but it's, you know, your mileage may vary on whether it's worth that much yen. You can also buy homunculi for a ridiculous price, but I'm gonna get one of these model guns. Prove your justice to society, follow the situation, act like an honest student, get ready for midterms. Yeah, that's a lot of different sub-objectives there, but we have another free night, although maybe I can still check the TV. We are coming up on a point where you do want to be checking the TV quite a lot, though that's, I think that's actually after the next Palace arc. Yeah, Haru's gonna be in for some rough times in a lot of ways, but, yeah, I'm gonna play games again tonight. I suppose it's, good escapism from what's currently going on. And so Star Fornius is yet more button mashing. You normally have access to the thing that makes games easier by now, but we haven't been able to go out, so, can't go ahead and do that. I'll do that the first chance we get, though.
Do you think...
That's a lot of tentacles, lines that can be taken out of context. Barely got that one.
Yes! Hey!
And only one more level left in this game.
Yeah!
I'm trying to think of what other Thieves' Den Award activities that I can work in. I probably won't be able to work in the bathhouse visits one, just because that takes quite a while, as well as the gym, but we'll see. I'm definitely going to be working in batting cages and fishing at some point, though. No, don't be sorry. We're the ones who are, you know, concerned about how you're doing. Yeah, well, Yusuke was the first one to reach out here. Yeah, Yusuke really is the voice of reason in a lot of situations. I wonder if a lot of people are gonna end up getting, like, a lot of the upper management are gonna end up getting fired if they were associated with a lot of the stuff he's been doing. And they have to plan the funeral on top of all this. I do like how considerate most of the parties being here.
Bless that girl. Worrying about others even at a time like this.
Impossible.
He wasn't exactly the best father either. Is this the first we're hearing of the name Shido? See, his name was mentioned on TV earlier, but I don't think it was, like, he was given a name tag on TV earlier, but I don't think we were supposed to know his name at that point. It's still funny how just some random Kasumi comments are interspersed with all of the Phantom Thief drama right now. Yeah, again, be careful where you're texting because people who set us up might be watching. Eyes of Ganon are everywhere. Immediately turns into monster. Yeah, we definitely didn't put a calling card there, so somebody's framing us for that. I mean, whoever was talking to Kobayakawa on the phone knows the Phantom Thieves probably go to Shujin, but they don't really know much else. Things are getting pretty desperate for the Phantom Thieves now. Though as exams are coming up, we're actually back into Confidant time, as Morgana is saying. And today, this is actually quite interesting. I suppose we could go after some smaller targets and mementos to restore our reputation, as he's saying. An ex-mercenary who works as an assassin is hiding out in the Shibuya underground. He acts like a homeless person during the day. Huh. Could that be the guy we've been talking to all this time? Yeah, there is a reason that I've been trying to talk to him as much as possible. Yohei Kiritani. I think like that Kiri kanji can mean slashing. And even though Haru's in her, you know, situation right now, you can still go to mementos, but I'm not going to be doing that until I've got some more confidant quests. So this request right here, the killer who cleans up trash, it's important because the item that you get out of beating the shadow is, in fact, also, yep, Akechi's back on the blackboard here. But it is, in fact, very useful for the strength requests.
Yes.
Now, I think something interesting happens if you try to draw the Thieves logo on the blackboard. Okay, well, we at least get a little bit of an indicator of what people think, but maybe it comes later, what happens if you draw, because there's a point in the game where you do get a tangible benefit from doing that. Just don't cover the Phantom Thieves, please. Do we know who that guest is? Don't think so. But I'm gonna head to Shinjuku. The other funny thing about that request, the killer who cleans up trash, when this game was only out in Japan, one walkthrough that I was reading hilariously translated that as "the killer lurks in the trash can."
What do you want?
But yeah, we can get game secrets now, which you have to have played at least one video game, not in a Confidant event, by yourself in order to unlock. And also learn pro darts, which you unlock by playing darts at least once. And speaking of learning pro darts, you know what, while I'm in there I should probably buy Flowerpedia. Hang on, wait, this place is actually called Hinokuniya? That's probably a parody of the real-life Kinokuniya, which I know of because I've been to a lot of them in Australia, and in fact, I know them quite well because they were some of the first places to sell Pokemon cards. Back in the day, like before Pokemon cards officially came out in English, you could get them in Kinokuniya, and that's where a lot of people at my school, like when I was 6 years old, got Pokemon cards. But the thing that I wanted to show here is that if you go to the sports store, they're now selling the incredibly expensive dart sets. This makes the aiming reticule a little bit more lenient when you're playing darts. So that can be useful to buy if you want to get serious about raising your baton pass ranks. Ekichika Understation Shoppingu. Oh, shopping mall. Okay. Was that sign always there?
The Phantom Thieves crossed the line.
Again, I shouldn't be joking about this, but the, you know, the NPC comments are still great. So, yeah, if that really is him, things are kind of complicated. But in fact, it's a good thing that I came here because I actually need to see Yusuke today. Although, firstly, let's have him duplicate a card.
Beautifully executed.
And even though things are dire for the Phantom Thieves, he is not saying why.
Let us be off.
Hey, nice job, Yusuke. Though, okay, I have this really strange opinion on this, though. Remember when I said much earlier in this Confidant that I liked Desire, like the original painting Desire, a lot more than the game does? Well, here's the weird thing that was all a lead up to. I actually prefer that to this painting. I don't know, it's just, there's something about this one that it just kind of overpowers the Mementos aesthetic. I actually like the original better, but according to the game, this is the better one.
I still have much to learn, but I finally painted something that I can be satisfied with. Yes, this is the true heart of humanity. The title is Desire and Hope. What do you think? Well, I added aspects that were previously lacking. This light is all of you. The title lists hope, but in my mind, it's a much more concrete thing. I can't believe I didn't realize that until now. You.
It's a good painting.
Huh?
It's not trying to be eccentric for the sake of being eccentric, like the last time. To think the same painting can change this much. So this is the answer you've come up with.
It is.
Desire and hope. I see. Beauty and ugliness. Humans are creatures that possess both. It seems you understand that.
What are you playing at?
I apologize, although my intent was to encourage you. It was rather crude. Still, I believe that this ploy needed to be done in order to ignite your competitive spirit.
But why would you do that? What's your objective?
I wanted to do something for you as another person who is free from Madarame's chains. That's all.
Huh?
Madarame held a grudge against me for supposedly stealing his customers from him. To start, I couldn't get anyone to rent me space for exhibits. He caused me no end of hardship.
So that's why.
Yes, the heart of man is painted with desire, even if it's coated entirely in black at times. However, it seems you have the strength to not look away from it, and chose to stand up against it. If only he had your strength. Madarame and I go back a long way. First as classmates, then as teachers at the same art school. He used to have a noble spirit. Said he wanted to aim for the top of the art world one day.
Huh?
But in the end, even the art world has its share of politics. Those who are cunning win. Our hearts were stained black in that manner. But the human heart is a strange thing. It can't completely separate black from white. I was shocked when I heard that he took you in. He never liked children, you see.
Oh?
This happened just before we cut all ties from each other. But I got a call from him. He was panicking that nearby clinics were closed and that his kid had a fever.
Sensei.
This is, yeah, one aspect to Yusuke's Confidant, as I was saying, duality.
Yeah.
Everyone both has good and bad in them.
I don't want any more losers like me, or misguided winners like him being born from this world. That's why I started this foundation. So how about it? Would you like our support? Without the overbearing marketing production, of course.
It's a truly kind offer. Thank you for your generosity. However, I must respectfully decline.
Huh. What makes you say that?
I am not Madarame. I won't be stained by desire. After all, I can see hope. If I am lost, they will extend their hands. If I am wrong, they will chastise me. As long as I have my rays of hope to guide me, I will be fine.
Ha! Madarame really did have a good eye.
This is something of a pun since his name contains the kanji for eye in Japanese.
What a strange man.
I mean, yeah, he wasn't that bad deep down, though.
It is a tad wasteful of me to decline. Still, I believe it's for the best. I feel contradictory, but that's the human heart, correct? Interesting. That's exactly what I should be painting. It must have been troublesome dealing with me.
No, it
But
wasn't.
for some reason, I knew that you wouldn't abandon me until everything was said and done. Thank you, my friend.
This is still absolutely cementing why Yusuke is my favorite party member confidant in this game.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the Emperor, granting thee infinite power.
All right.
Before the Second Awakening,
All right.
we have the All-Father.
Odin!
Odin is back, cementing his rule over the Emperor Arcana since Persona 3. It's fitting given that he's a very iconic god from Norse and broader Northern European mythology. Frequently depicted as the head of the Norse pantheon and father of Thor, his domains include wisdom, healing, royalty, knowledge, war, and even poetry, and his names and titles are just as varied. He's been known as Woden and Wotan, along with so many other names that Wikipedia literally has an entire page for them. Odin is also known for his association with crows, the wild hunt, hanging himself from the tree of Yggdrasil to gain knowledge, and roaming the world in his guise as the Wanderer. Odin's cultural influence can be felt even to this day, being responsible for the name Wednesday, an inspiration for Gandalf the Grey, and even possibly Santa Claus. In Persona 5, Odin's trait is Bargain Bolts, and it's outclassed by the Ultimate Star trait. Until you get that though, it helps with Odin's moveset, which includes Wild Thunder and Thunder Rain, the severe level electric spells. Yep, Odin's gone back to his roots as a Zeo user after briefly dabbling in wind magic in Persona 4. An important note is that Thunder Rain used to be an exclusive skill, it's not anymore, and neither are the other single target severe spells. Odin is still the only persona to learn this naturally though, but it can be spread to other personas. Meanwhile, Wild Thunder is only learned by level up from both him and Thor. These skills are good not only for damage, especially when backed by Concentrate and Elec Amp, but also the shock chance. Even though Thunder Rain isn't 100% shock like it was in Persona 3. With all the other broken stuff in Persona 5, I'm surprised they didn't bring that back. While his skill set isn't exactly endgame worthy, Odin does come with no weaknesses and pretty solid stats. So as far as Ultimate Personas go, you can do worse. When itemized, he becomes the Machine Gun Wild Hunt or Gungnir, which is a pretty cool and unique interpretation of Odin's signature weapon. While I find Arn's guns among the worst of the party, this is still the strongest one she can get.
Persona within me has awakened to a new power.
All right.
Susanoo is the Japanese god of storms, brother of Amaterasu, and son of Izanagi. Following the theme of the other Phantom Thieves' ultimate personas, he had a quarrel with another god and was disgraced as a result. In his case, he defaced his sister Amaterasu's rice fields, causing her to seclude herself in Ama no Iwato, the heavenly rock cave. While wandering the earth, he came across the 8-headed dragon Yamato no Orochi, terrorizing a family's daughters. With trickery, specifically getting its heads drunk on sake, Susanoo slew the beast, and presented the two swords in its corpse, Ame no Murakumo and Kusanagi no Tsurugi, to Amaterasu, thus completing his redemption arc. The title Kamu Susanoo only appears in the records of the Izumo province, Kamu simply being an archaic Japanese word for god. If you've played earlier Persona games, you'll know this is not the first time Susanoo has been a party member's ultimate persona. It's in fact the third, after Yosuke in Persona 4 and Mark from Persona 1. But him being Yusuke's ultimate persona is still significant. Firstly, you know all those jokes about Yusuke bringing rain wherever he goes? Well, now his ultimate persona is the Japanese god of storms. They were all building up to this. Second, Yusuke is the only member of the Phantom Thieves to have personas derived entirely from traditional Japanese myths. This represents his love of traditional Japanese art, and his arc dealing with very old Japanese cultural issues such as filial piety. Upon evolution, Kamu Susanoo learns the Evade Fire skill, turns his ice resistance into an immunity, and gains a resistance to wind, fitting for a storm god.
Now that I'm out of my slump, I need to make up for the time I wasn't able to paint. I reiterate my promise to you. I'll extend my assistance to you, should you ever stumble. Now then, shall we go? In order for me to learn more about the heart, we need to work hard on our thief business.
We'll always be there to remind you to eat. So, Evade Fire, which is decent with Yusuke's already naturally high evasion, but, yeah... I now null ice, there's no real risk to me using Mabufala on enemies that repel it, so maybe I can just get rid of standard Bufala right now.
Yo.
Well, it's traveling fast. Thankfully, he doesn't know that we're part of them. Although, given how things have gone in the Confidants, it's only a matter of time. Attempted murder? I mean, I'm pretty sure the murder outright succeeded, but still. Now, do I have a Hierophant persona? I have a very strong feeling that I don't right now. No, I do not. But I also don't need death for a while. Even the cats are sad. So this is the kindness locked point of the Hierophant Confidants. And for this, I think you actually need max kindness.
Alright then.
And yeah, I bought back Daisojo for this because he'll make good fusion fodder later. Futaba, what have we told you about hacking other people and getting their private details? Yeah, if we brought this up, that would be really bad for us. Once again, Futaba's like one of the few actual criminals of the party. I mean, I know you're just trying to help, but still. So I guess all of us are going to adopt her now. No, I don't think that's true. I mean, you were the only person that she was on good terms with before she met us. It is true, Sojiro didn't really make much of an effort to connect with her until we did. Here's another situation where your responses don't really matter because we're talking to Futaba here and Sojiro isn't in the room. You'd think, though, that you'd be able to get some points with Futaba in this rank. I mean, you know, one day she'll be an adult and she'll probably move out, but I mean, until then... No, don't call yourself that. Well, I mean, we're only really here as long as our probation, but, I mean, I guess we can stay longer if, things work out. I know that feeling, Futaba. Yeah, now this is the really cool point about Sojiro, because yeah, he's admitting that he was wrong in the way that he treated Joker at the start of the game.
Got that? This society is kept in check by laws and authority figures. You can go and get yourself killed if you want, but don't go dragging other people into your mess. The last thing we need is more idiots like you roaming around.
Yeah, so we're finally understanding why Sojiro was being like this. A lot of people really get bothered by some of the things that Sojiro says back then. You're kind of supposed to be. Because yeah, he was really just psychologically projecting there. You get a hint at that when he says that he took in Joker because he reminded him of himself.
Thanks.
Sojiro was still being very weighed down by his past back then.
All right.
So we basically had a family breakup and makeup right in the same rank up. And yeah, for some reason you get like full 3 music notes of kindness for that, even though they are always going to be pointless, since you can't even do that rank without max kindness. And yeah, it's not over yet. I mean, yeah, often it's nice because I feel like sometimes it takes a while for parents to have like a real conversation with a child like that. I love this dialogue choice. Sojiro has always been the best dad in this game. Admittedly, the bar is not high, but he's still very, 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 very significantly over the bar. I've seen commenters say, like, it really says something that the only reason EY is not the best dad in this game is because Sojiro exists.